We are
Hey,
live right now. Tushaingia live guys. Wenye wako hapa kujeni huku.
tuko huko. Haya, basi zima ndio tukuje huko.
Haya, bye guys.
Kindly put the link on the
It's
put the
it's
link yeah.
the link is on my bio.
Yes, do that.
Haya, sawa.
Okay, bye.
Hey, how are you everyone? Sorry guys, I had to go to what is it called? I had to join Instagram kidogo to get the guys to also join us here. But thank you so much, guys, for being here. Alice, I
Yeah.
really do appreciate this so much.
Having me. Thank you. I'm really grateful to have me.
Oh, thank you. And bless you. You're so beautiful as always.
You look so good. I'm just people.
Thank you so much. I think let me introduce you to my guests.
Yeah, sure.
Chinese Kiki fan page, Vera Keys, Sarah, Manuela, Nancy Mwendo, everyone mwenye ako hapa. I really do appreciate you guys for being here. Richie, Elizabeth, Legacy, Vera Keys, Authentic. Thank you so much. Like Kiki, thank you so very much. Like nawapenda sana sana sana. So guys, today we have a different guest. Kiki is on the keyboard today. Nice seeing all of you. My guest today is Alice. I was supposed to be joined by two amazing ladies, that is Alice and Sabina. Sabina Bado is putting the kid to sleep, so maybe atatu join baadaye. I'm not sure if the kids go to bed early atatu join, but either way, we'll still have a nice conversation. So this is Alice Huotanen, and she, I don't know if I said the last name properly.
Yeah, it's okay. It doesn't matter. It's Houtanen though. Yeah.
Houtanen. So this is Alice Houtanen, and she is a YouTuber as well. So Alice, you can go ahead and introduce yourself, girl.
Hi, everyone. So yeah, my name is Alice Houtanen. I'm also a YouTuber. I live in Finland. Yeah, I talk mostly about Finland and also just some fashion, fashion hauls and all those fashion looks and stuff like that. Yeah, so my YouTube name is just the same thing as on the screen. It's Alice Houtanen. That's my YouTube name. And yeah, I know Nelly because we live in the same country and we've been friends for quite some time now. Yeah. Live because I do watch her live almost all the time, and I was happy. Yeah, I'm really grateful that Acha contacted me to join. I'm very grateful. Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you so much. Like agreeing to be here with me is just so amazing, and I really, really do appreciate all of the support. Like I appreciate everything. And guys, if you have not met Alice before, you can go ahead and check her platform as well, because she has amazing content as well. And you'll obviously learn something or have something that you like about her, as you already, I think like Cindy or
friend. I like your friend, this Chinese Kiki.
Chinese Kiki. Oh, she is amazing.
Thank you so much. Yeah.
She is just one girl. I'm always like, child, like amazing.
She's very stylish too.
Her style is impeccable, and her voice and just her heart. For me, it's just everything about her, and the way she's been supporting me is nothing.
That she's really
just being on the line. It's a lot. So we love you, Kiki. We love you so much. Someone is asking you already because you have come in. Do you have a buju buju? Do you know buju buju?
No. A baby?
Not so close. Try another guess.
Mzungu?
Now you're getting warmer. Now you're warm.
A husband.
Now you're there. Now you're there. So we do have like this we do have this thing with Kiki's platform, because I think Sisi what if channel ya Kiki. We do have Kiki do have like Saturday chats and weekends, and maybe most of the time from Fridays. And we do talk about everything, dating to experience to everything, life basically. And we have had like these names like Abuju Buju and T-Bag. So
okay.
So it's all a lot of funny names that we have. But Abuju Buju is basically a white husband, or mzungu in our Swahili name. What do you call white people in your country?
Muzungu. So
Mzungu.
yeah.
Oh, in Swahili.
No, it's a Zambian language. It's Nyanja. We call yeah.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
That's so beautiful. So do you have a mzungu? I have that.
Yeah, I have a Mzungu. Yeah. So blessed to have a Mzungu.
Guys, you can bring your questions as we continue chatting. Alice, hold a minute for me. You can say hi.
Say hi. Okay. But I don't read Swahili, so I don't even know. I can't really read what Nati has written, though. But yeah. But you can put on your questions and we can answer them. I think we already have a topic we're going to talk about today, right?
Yeah, true.
You already typed it or somewhere? Like, does everyone?
I had like a topic, and it was pinned on the stream today. So basically what we're talking about today was raising interracial kids or mixed kids in Europe, or maybe even at home back in Kenya, depending on where you live, the country where you live. And also what is it called, dating or being married outside of your race. So I don't know if I should go ahead and say my part. So I am Nelly. For those who are meeting me for the very first time, I am a mother of 3. So I have 3 boys, and I am married to a British Finnish husband. So my husband has 2 nationalities, and hence why we are in Finland. Thank you so much, Vienna. And Alice, you can talk about your side. And
I'm also married to a Finnish man. We live here in Turku together, and I'm Zambian. We have just one child, just 1 year old.
Lovely. Yeah. And such an amazing boy. Like I love Henry.
Very active, cute baby.
I love Henry. So Alice, and to the people in the comment section, I hope you're able to like catch up with the conversation today. And so also, if you want to join and you want to give your opinion or what you think, that will also be appreciated. I'll go ahead and try and pin the that's the thing for joining. So any who wants to join and say something, you can always copy that and then join when you feel like you want to join. The right time comes. But Alice, we were, I think, both in the same live, and most of us as well here, I think. And we were talking about being like having mixed kids, and my thought was how people think about the children we have when we meet white people, or when you date outside, basically. Let me just say white people. And so I wanted us like to have a talk and get to, I mean, try and come to an understanding of something, or learn at the same time.
Exactly. It's a very hot topic, eh? It's very hot. Interesting.
Verakiz is saying, I have a Zambian colleague, very lovely people. What's your main food? We have ugali and samaki.
We have, well, you call it ugali. I think I know that. But we call it shima.
Okay. Is it the same as the...
It's the same thing as ugali. I know you guys call it ugali because I have lots of Kenyan friends and Tanzanian friends. But us, we call it shima. It's the same thing. Yeah, pretty much type of food.
Okay. So do you make it like the same as, what is it called? Sadza, the Zimbabwean version.
Sadza, yeah. I think I know.
Okay. So I think the difference is yours is more on the lighter side and ours is more on the block side. Not block in a bad way.
Yeah.
Ours is more thicker than yours.
Mostly, I think it's the same way we prepare it. Maybe it's just different way you make it. But I've had ugali. You call it ugali. I've had that, and I think it tastes the same like the shima.
Okay. Someone is saying, I am shy one. I wish I had got to join. I wanted to join on Kiki's live on IG, but I can't. You can also join without having like
The
what
picture.
your picture on, but just the voice,
Yeah.
and then we can always have a nice chat. Sepo is saying hi, Alice and Nelly, a Zambian living in
Oh,
Finland too.
Sepo.
Wow, Zambians in the building.
Yeah,
Sprinkle.
hi, Sepo.
Hi, Sepo. Nasimwendo, Mambo. Nasimwendo is also saying, Manuela, join. Nasimwendo, you are the champ. I love you so much. I join. Let me see the comments.
Okay.
People are welcome. A lady got a long neck. Nancy, Nani,
It's
Alicia,
not a long neck.
that's you. Long necks are so admirable. Like,
I have short hair. Anyway, maybe I do have a long neck. It's cute. I have my giraffe neck.
how beautiful. Manuela is saying, hair gold. Thank you so much. Let
Yeah,
me see
that's your hair.
if I missed
Pretty Nelly.
anything. Chinese Kiki, again, thank you so very much. And to everyone watching, before we dig into this pie, I love pies. So before we dig into this pie, you can help me by sharing this stream with your friends
Yeah,
and also commenting as always, because the comment section is where the conversation is, and we are just here to continue with the conversation as we all
yeah,
are doing at the moment. And also, if you have 2 or 3 gadgets, please, you can watch me on 2 gadgets if you have, so that I can gain on the hours that we're spending right now. So I really appreciate that. Verakiz is saying, Kiki, you are the real MVP, the best influencer. Numbers don't lie. That's very true. Like, really, really true. And Alice, once again, thank you so much for being here with me. Like, I
yeah.
really do appreciate
Welcome.
you.
Welcome. I'm excited. Actually, I'm excited to be here. So
Thank you so much. So, our pie is here. Do you consider your children, Alice, as mixed, or as black, or as white?
For me, I consider him as mixed, not black, not just mixed. We try to not talk about race a lot. Well, we just have a one, and it's just like one him. But still, even before then, me and my husband discussed this. Like, we are not going to call him like he's white. Of course, he's not white. And black, it's like what the society will take as a black person. But with us, we always say he's mixed, because I think I did mention this to him once, that, oh, Henrik is going to be called as a black person. He really got mad with me about that. Like, he's like, there's no way he can be totally black because he has my genes as well. So he's half white, half black, and he decides all the time like he's not black, he's mixed. So for me, he's a mixed boy.
It's a mixed cake. We
Yeah.
have a guest who has joined with Kwesi. How are you?
Yeah, I'm doing great. How are you too?
We're
Hey.
fine. How are you?
Yeah, I'm doing good. I just wanted to call in to give my opinion.
Wow,
Um,
thank you so much for even coming. I really do appreciate this so much.
yeah, in general, I don't really see anything wrong with it in terms of interracial. I just see raising interracial relationship or raising mixed race kids just like any other relationship and raising kids. I don't really see much of a difference between anything. But I think one thing I will say is that I would not see them as of a black or a white person. No, I just see them as mixed ancestry, and yeah, that's it. But that's just my views on it. So if any questions, you just ask me and I answer in it. But that's just my views on it.
So you see
Um,
them as mixed.
yeah, but yeah, because that's what they are. The problem is that society will see them as black. If you live in a white European country or the United States, they will be seen as black. They will be treated as black. So that's when the confusion begins coming in it for me, because they will be seen and treated and called black in it. So yeah, but in Africa, I think it will be more apparent to them that they are not black in it. But in Europe, yeah, it will be different story.
Do you, if you don't mind me asking, do you have children?
Yeah, I have 2 boys.
Oh wow, that's even better. So I wanted to ask you, as you raise your boys, um, do you have these conversations about color and this identity, and how do you carry the conversation? Because we've had incidents, like, for example, we know racism do happens. For example, kids might not experience it like at hand, but there are things that always future they might, not guaranteed. But how do you raise them? Do you raise them by telling them you are like this, or you are both this and this? And if your children are only black, if that is, if you're married to an African or a black woman, then it means you're raising them as, like, how is it on your side?
On my side, I just raised them as Africans because both me and my partner is African in it. So I just raised them as Africans because we live in Europe. They, in terms of, you have to prepare them. When they get older, they have to start working. They
Mm-hmm.
have to competing with whites for job applications. So they have to work twice as hard in it. Um, they have to stand up for themselves. In terms of race is not really much of a problem where I'm at. But I do, teach them to take pride in being African and proud to be African in it. But in terms of mixed children, I think it's a bit complicated in it because they're not African and they're not European either. So I don't know if they would have some form of identity crisis, because even when I was growing up in Europe, I had identity crisis in it, because I didn't know whether, because I'd been in Europe so long enough, I didn't know exactly where I fit in. So I think there can be a bit of identity crisis, but overall, I don't think most people would judge. Most people are just trying to live their life, so I don't think there's going to be much obstacles in Europe. I just think they're going to have normal lives like everyone else in it, really. But yeah.
If you don't mind me asking, how old are your sons?
How old are my kids?
Yeah,
They are 6 and 7 years old.
6 and 7 years old, and they are mixed, both of them, right?
Pardon?
Are they mixed children, right?
No,
His
no, no, no.
well, his partner is of an African
Okay.
descent.
Yeah, they are both black, or both two two of my boys are both black, but yeah, they're not mixed. So I don't really know too much about the mixed experience, but overall I will not classify them
Oh,
as black. No, no.
And Alice, do you have a question? You can go ahead first.
no, it's not a question. I was just going to add something. I was going to say that, yeah, I get it, like with you, like they're black, of course, and being raised in Europe, of course, you have to teach about the African, everything about Africa, which is good. I do that as well with my son. Well, I'm planning actually on doing that with my son as well. But the
Yeah.
thing is that I'm not just going to put so much just about the African, African things only. Also, I'm going to try to apply as well the European, like he's Finnish. So we are trying to put that, like, not just him knowing that he's black alone, but he's also mixed. That's why we don't just take the, we don't consider him as just black, but
Yeah.
he's part white as well. So that's where they're mixed. We call him a mixed child only. But I know society will point at him like he's a black boy, but we try not to make it one side race.
Mm-hmm. And I think I had a question to the guest we have. Kiki is saying, one of my audience is asking, can they be able to see your face if you're willing to? Quincy.
It's quiet.
Okay. I wanted to ask, okay, he left. I wanted to ask, like, him about how, what is it called, having what lessons he tries. Hey, Hendrik.
Sorry, I just have to. You have.
No worries.
Sorry, he
No.
opened the door and disturbing me here. Yeah.
So I wanted to ask you, I wanted to ask the host, but he left, the Quincy, but he left already, about how, what is it called? Raising Black children, where he is for him, and what lessons like he's trying to what is it called? To give to the children. But Alice, I think I do resonate with what you're saying,
Yeah.
which is, I think, for me, especially being considering again where our marital part to start with.
Yeah.
For me, I see my kids as mixed, and I've seen even our relationship as a mixed relationship. I have not been bringing the race part out like so loud, until I usually choose to take it like as it comes. You understand?
Yeah.
I've tried to buy books that represent my culture. We cook and talk about home at the
Yeah.
same time. Of course, we call my mom and we talk about all other things, and we are always like having a very nice conversation about back home in Kisumu and even here in Europe. You understand?
Yeah.
And my husband is also always part of the same conversation. And when we're listening to the live, he said he felt really offended because many people have taken out the fact that there was a white man who also came into this relationship, and the two of you had a child together. And so he was saying, when you call your child Black, it means you have taken out the fact that the man in your life is, you basically have said, when you call your child Black, that you're not, the man in your life is insignificant.
Yeah, kind of like you're more like excluding him, like he's not part of it, because he also wants that white part to be also nice. So he's gonna want you to also state that, yeah, there's also some me in him, though you think like he's more darker side than the white side, but that's why they're mixed, and he's not dark like my skin or your skin. He's a bit light. So we also have to take into consideration like their feelings as well. That's why I won't just go with what society is saying. Of course, society will point this and this, but it all starts in our house. Like, how do we view ourselves? So with me and my husband, it's what we agree on, and that's how we do it in this house. Of course, when he goes out, he's going to hear something else. But in this house, there's me Black, him white, and our son mixed. That's how it is. Not like me and my son are Black, him is white. Then it's going to be like, okay, then how am I the father and stuff? So he wants it in that way, and I kind of like understand, because if tables were changed and I was the white girl, he was the Black man, and then the son, then he's just like, oh, it's just them together and I'm all by myself. I think I would also do something like, okay, he's mixed, he also has me in him. So I feel we have to, okay, it's about just talking to each other, like what your partner wants, because with mine, he doesn't like that he's just Black alone.
Yeah.
So with that mixed part.
I think I agree with you. Let's see what the comment section is saying. In Europe, they are mixed, but across to America, they are Black, which I think is true according to what the society says. And then Nancy Mwendo is saying, what's your take on polygamy? I think, is that for both of us? I think.
For both of us? Okay. For me, do you want to say that, or?
Okay, Nancy Mwendo, let me start, and then you can also say your part. Nancy Mwendo, I think for me as a person, I naturally, I don't like sharing, especially when it comes to intimacy. So, for example, let's have a threesome. I would never even try. I don't think I qualify even. Things like, if I know my man is seeing another person, I'm out. Like, I'm just, we can't have that conversation, because I feel like when we start.
Oh, where did Nelly go? I think her phone just cut. But yeah, maybe while we're still waiting for Nelly, I can point out. I don't know if I'm live or not.
Sorry about that. We are still live. Sorry.
Live. Yeah. Okay.
Sorry.
Yeah, carry on.
I don't know what happened to my thing, but what I was saying before was if my man walks out of the relationship and sees someone else, you better not. I think that is.
Mm.
I just can't take it, and I cannot entertain it as well, because I feel like if you do it for the first time, and it means you're probably going to try the second time. And for me, it goes as the same as polygamy. If he can marry the second wife, he'll always get the third and the fourth, which is why I feel like I'm comfortable settling for white people, because when we're done, then you can move on. And I can also move on if I want to. But when we're together, it's me and you.
Yeah.
What's your take on polygamy?
I totally agree. I remember before I moved here, when I was still living in Zambia, there's a tribe in my country which is very famous with this polygamy. Like, it's part of them, So pretty much, I don't know how it is right now, like with the new generation now, but it's very common. If you are type of a man, just know that high chance of you being the first wife, second wife, and so on. So I tried growing up. I always told myself, like, I don't want to marry from this tribe, like, at all, because I don't want to have like any other, wives and stuff in the same marriage, because I don't like sharing either. So it reached a point to me that I didn't want to marry any Zambian at all. And there's the whole other history and stuff. So I stuck with Zungu, like, because with them, there's nothing like this. If you want somebody else, you are thinking of sharing, then you just have to leave. Either we reach a conclusion, just leave and leave me. That's it. But I'm not gonna be somebody's first wife, second wife, and stuff like that. No. So if you want somebody else, then just go, just leave. So with me, I wouldn't agree with that one. That's not for me.
Cynthia is saying he better not. I just can't take it. I like that, sis. I think for me, it's either there's a line. We are together. It's me and you. You're my ride or die. When it's done, you go do your thing. I go do my thing. You
Yeah.
understand? But in between here, me and you, there's nothing. The space is as intact.
Like, no sharing. I don't want to share you with anyone. And if you feel that way, then just go. Let me, you get heartbroken, but you still move on. Time goes by. Time heals all. So.
Let's see. Nasi cha makasiriko anaitwa Quincy. I hope so. And then Nancy kwani Nancy unataka kushare na nani? Yako ni yako. Guest network. I think nimecorrect. Sasa Kiki is laughing. Let me see. Yeah, by the way, guys, I have shared the link. So if you want to join the stream, you can always do so. And let us hear what you have to share or talk about. And then Quincy said he was married, and my granddad had 3 wives and 2 households, fights till today. That is why I hate polygamy.
It's just the worst, because it's gonna be jealousy in the marriage, jealousy in the household. It's like, oh, who's sleeping with who today, and who cooked the best food. I think I've seen movies, like Nigerian movies, with that, like who made the best food and stuff. So that's just not for me. I don't think I would want to live my life every day. I'm thinking of, like, okay, so how it's going to be today. It's not worth it. No matter how much money he has, I think I would just leave.
Not possible. I think for me, I was raised in a polygamous family, and my dad is also polygamist. I did not see violence, like people fighting and stuff like that, but I could tell it's not easy. It's not easy. But as children, especially on my grandfather and my dad's side, I've seen us like just grow up together as one, and we call each other cousin. And to my grandson, my grandfather's other wives, we call each other just the same way we call our own, like my own brothers and sisters. And in my house, I have 2 younger brothers, but my other brothers and sisters are older than me, and we see each other as as one. So I usually say my dad was like a strong character to play that role and just bring everyone together. Hey girl, we have another guest.
This one, this other side.
Tina.
Okay. Class, wait, am I actually streaming or not or what? I can't see myself. I don't know.
Can you see yourself? Because we can see you.
Yeah, we can
You
see.
can't see me.
No, we can
No,
see.
we can see you.
Can see and hear you.
Can you
Okay.
hear me? Can you see me? I don't even know how this works, you guys. I am
Yeah,
not.
it's working. It's working like a
Beautiful as always and as amazing as always. And the hair is always on point.
Oh my God. Let me try to.
It's nice. I love
It looks
the
okay.
way the
Great.
side.
It looks
Wait, which
great.
side did I?
It's nice to have you here. It's really nice.
Okay, guys, I look like. Just give me 1 minute. Let me try to look nice. You guys.
Okay. Okay, Nelly, you can carry on. Yeah, you can carry on.
Yes. So I usually say my dad was as strong. I had like maybe a strong I don't know how he juggled that to make it work. But I personally, as his daughter, would never ever be found in polygamy. Never. I can't. No,
Do with
not
that. Mm.
yeah. So for me, I
Me,
usually
don't
say
even ask me.
wait a minute. Let me introduce Sabina. Guys, everyone who's watching, meet the one and only Sabina. So lovely. And as
Hi,
always,
guys.
have in the middle we have Alice and then Sabina. And Sabina is on Instagram with the same name as Sabina Black. So fashion, motherhood, content, anything content creation is her. And she is soon coming on YouTube as well. So this is so exciting.
Yeah, watch out.
Great. I cannot
Thank you for having me, guys. I mean, Nelly, I love I love your YouTube. I'm
Yeah.
always here watching you
wait
guys.
so much.
You do an
Always great.
amazing job. You're doing amazing. Kiki, oh my God, I love you guys. You're so amazing. Such supportive women. We need such
Yeah.
nice women. I love it. It's like a very good community. And I just love how real, real people can be. And it's amazing to find people with the same like-minded, because me and Alice, we are so like-minded, and then finding like-minded minds is so amazing. So
So
thank you for
amazing.
having us. I mean,
Beautiful. Thank
hey
you. Thank you
Kiki,
guys
my girl, I
for
love you.
thank you guys for coming today for
Yeah.
me.
So I saw some comments about. Oh, you welcome, honey. Anytime.
Thank
Anytime.
you. Talk about the comment. You said
I
something
saw a
about
comment about polygamy, the
mm-hmm,
polygamy part.
Not
mm-hmm,
polygamy.
mm-hmm,
Well, I am
Give us
very jealous. I'm a jealous person. So not for me. It's not for
Work.
me. I can't share a man. I cannot share any man. I am so jealous.
would you
I'm
mind
so.
letting him go to another person?
Oh, thank you, Kiki. No, no. This is why I ran away from marrying any African man, because I am selfish. I'm a very selfish woman. Selfish, selfish. My husband even knows he's white in Zungu, of course, but he knows also I can never share. I don't share, even when even you know what I did to him when we said dating. The European culture where you have to be friends with your exes and all your, I say to him, hell no. You gotta eliminate all the girls that are your friends that I do not approve. If not, like, goodbye. So this is what you do. This is what I did. I eliminated everyone. I don't care, or no friendship like that. There is no friendship here. I am
Lucky
the
on
only girl. I have replaced myself. I have replaced myself with myself in his phone. I'm the only one there. You want to call me? Me. Girl, the only girl he needs is me and his mother. That's all. That's all. It's okay. I'm a very jealous woman. So, and you can come after me, all of you. I don't care. I am jealous. And you know what? It's okay
You're
to
the
be
only one,
me.
sis.
It's
You're the only
fine.
one. We're all jealous. We don't like sharing at all. Like, that's not gonna work for us.
Natimwendo is saying, unfortunately, we are always so jealous, but they will go out sometimes. What would you do? I think
Not my husband. Trust me.
Natimwendo, for me, I usually say, if he does.
He go out at times, goes out. I let him go out once in a while with his friends. He can go enjoy himself. But trust and believe, my husband has got no girlfriends. Or it's on lockdown. And he's too tired. I make him very tired. Apart from having work and having the kids and having me, there is no space for you, whoever you are. He's a very busy man. He's busy, very busy with me and the kids. Trust me, I keep him very busy. Plus, he has work. So there's no time. Trust me, there is no time for you there. You have to be very strategic to fit in our life. It's very busy here. It's very busy.
The landing strip is very clear. Like no one else fits in. It's just your aeroplane. That's all that is landing there.
Yeah.
Let me
anyway,
see.
So
someone is asking which country in. I think that's for Sabina. We are all in Finland.
In Finland.
We were introducing ourselves before. So I think also take this time to introduce yourself and let them get to know you.
Oh, hi. Hi, guys. My name is Sabina. Sabina Mena. I live in Finland and I'm Zambian. It's nice to meet you all, you nice people. Hey, my kids just came to intrude. What is this now? What is this? These are my children. They cannot let me shine. Yes, but I'm busy now. Mommy's busy. Go away, guys. I'm telling you what motherhood, baby. I have to go. I'll mute. You guys carry on. I'll be back. Let me put something for them to watch. So I have 2 kids. I'm married, and I have 2 beautiful boys. No girls yet. God willing, that one comes. Say hi. Say hi. Say hi, everyone.
Hi.
Let me just put something for them. I'll be listening, but I'll be back. Let me just put a movie for them, okay? I don't want them to disturb us.
No worries.
This is a serious conversation.
Yeah.
So Kiki is saying you should follow Sabina on her Instagram, Slay Mama Sabina style. Impeccable. Ali style. Much higher.
On the channel.
Style. You guys are I'm surrounded by these women who their sense of style and then Nelly style.
I love Nelly style. I love style.
Thank you so much. So I really do appreciate that. So you're saying something.
My ovaries.
Did you watch Chinese Kiki's last video?
Me? No. Now? Today?
It was
I watched it. Kiki, that was not fair. It was not fair. What you did to us, I was even expecting that. I was like, oh my God, it's that day.
What was
then the moment I have been waiting for. She treated us, Kiki treated us. I was even like waiting. Like she said she had a bump. And I was thinking, I was like, yes, more mothers. I was even telling Nelly, more mothers. Has she told you anything? More mothers. we are waiting, fingers crossed, Kiki. I am like praying for you. I'm like, okay, Kiki, I'm praying for you.
The moment you posted your thumbnail, Sabina came and said, more mothers in the building, yay! And then I said, let's wait and see what happens when the premiere comes. And then she asked, do you know already? And I'm like, I'm also just waiting like you. So, but you disappointed on that. But we are praying for that baby. We're praying for that action to happen.
We are praying for that day. We are praying for you.
Triplets.
She said she only wants one. So when you want,
she probably have. And those
twins.
You have 3.
3 and 1.
2, 2, 3, or 4. So we
Yeah.
are on our knees praying for that, because they must come. Like, we are still waiting, and we just are very anxious. Chinese
Yeah.
Kiki is saying, Kiki sema to my ovaries na mimba iliruka juzi. Do you understand that? I think not. It means, just say your ovaries when the pregnancy, you basically made a prank out of us.
It's not even April 1st. What are we getting for April 1st? Oh my God.
I'm holding my heart together, because I'm just like, whatever is in store,
Yeah.
let's wait, because this was a prank in
Yeah.
itself. This was a big one. So please tone it down, or we are going to faint.
Yeah.
Or
I totally agree.
give us something. Give us something more. But I always love her content as well. And guys, if you're watching this and you're not subscribed to Kiki's channel, please do. She also has membership that you can always join, and there are memberships packs that you can always like gain from. So it's so a nice thing to support each other. Like today, she's
Yeah.
doing on the keyboard section. And again, Sabina and Alice, thank you so much for being here with me. Like, I really do appreciate this. Let me see the comments.
You look so beautiful, guys. Mwah, 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 mwah.
Oh, thank you. You too. And the eyebrows are always like on point. And do you wake up like that every
Yes.
I wish I'm actually planning on doing something about that.
Please do. Please do.
I'm working on
Please,
it.
please do. I'm waiting. Nasimundo is saying, the day Dimitri will score, I will be the first one to know. That rate at which what you attend Adela. Did you understand that? When the goal of the ball, the ball is in the oven, Nancy Mwendo will be the first one to know, because people will be blocked.
Oh.
blocker.
Okay, Instagram, okay, Facebook, look everywhere.
Blocker.
Imagine, for me, I don't know if this is, I think, let me just say this. When Kiki said that she was, when she put the thumbnail, of course, and then she posted it on Instagram, I was like, I cannot wait for maternity haul, so that I can wish I get pregnant again, and go and buy the same clothes and then see how they fit on me. Can you guess?
I'm always so happy when people they're like, oh, expecting. I'm like, yes, guys, you eat as much as you want. That's the only thing I miss about being pregnant, is eating. I miss eating so much.
Without
That
anyone
was good life. It's good life. Without
without
anyone judging me. I am eating. I just enjoy being pregnant and eating.
Yeah, and
Those are the
without
good
knowing
times.
that, give us another one. Can you add us another one, Sabina? Another girl.
three kids.
Well, I'm praying over it. I am praying over it. You know what? I am done. If I don't want God to laugh at me and give me a boy again. So I will just, he might just say, boom, it's a boy. So there is nothing, I don't want to even try him. So boys
Make
are a
it
blessing. They're a blessing. God, thank you so much. But I would also want just one girl. But it's a blessing. Any child is a blessing. But it would be nice to have a girl. So if I want a girl, I said I'll adopt. So I am on it. Maybe God will bless me with a child that needs a home one day, and I definitely wouldn't mind to get one.
Alice, how many are you planning to have along the way?
I think I want to have like even 3 or 4.
Ooh.
But it's not easy raising a child here in Finland.
Get on it.
Zambia. But honestly, I come from not so big, but like family, like we had extended families and stuff. So I just can't have just one child or 2 child. Sabina, like, you have to work on it, girl. Like I need even 3 or 4. Like I want my children running here and there. They're a handful, but I can manage. I don't know, but I am praying and hoping for that one too. Like at least even 3 or 4, somewhere there. Let's see.
I think for me, I usually say I want a girl but then I don't want to go through labor again.
Yeah, me too. That's the only thing I don't like. I hate
Like
that part.
I want
That
to be
was
pregnant, but I don't want to go through labor. So I'm like, and if I know I have already three boys, every score I have made is just boy, 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 and I love them. But I'm just like, I also need a daughter. Like I want someone who can do hair and stuff. And
yeah.
I'm out with the boys in my house. So like I'm the only girl. Sometimes it feels like, oh God, when am I going to have my own?
Wait,
But
did you give birth to both the boys in Kenya?
all my sons are born in Kenya, yes.
All of them.
Okay, because I think you should also have the Finnish experience. You like it. I think it's a really good experience. So I
Yeah.
think I love giving birth here. This is I love it. I mean, it was nice.
For me, I felt
It's
only
one thing that I really like.
So let me get can you just give us the gist of how is it raising maternity care for
Giving
antenatal care for mothers in Finland?
me.
I think it's amazing because, like, on my part, I think it's amazing. I mean, especially when you giving birth wise.
Mhm,
I had good experience here. First of
mhm,
all, when you go, we don't have the night bag thing that we usually carry in any other country. Like that, what they carry the night bag. We don't usually have that. In
mhm.
Finland, when you go give birth, just go with what you're wearing. And you don't have to get anything for the kids. You don't have to get nothing for the kids. The hospital has clothes for the children when they are born, and they also have clothes for the mothers. So you do not have anything apart from the clothes that you have to live with when the child is discharged or when you are discharged as a mom. They have everything from the pads, everything, every single thing they have is there.
So what
It's
is that?
amazing. And yeah, and they help you out at night. They take the baby away from you so you can sleep. I mean, what more wouldn't you want? This is like it's really amazing.
Kiki is saying
I
I can't.
screamed, Kiki. We screamed. I was. Let me tell you, I guys, this is a story for another day. It's a long
Bring
story,
it on,
but
please, because we need to
Like,
hide.
my best story is for another day. Oh my God, especially the first
Sabina,
one.
she
Jesus,
says she
have
went
mercy.
to Swahili in labor room. When I went to labor, I was there. I wasn't like on the, like I didn't reach that painful part like the ones that maybe you reached. For me, when I got there, there was one Russian woman who was screaming. Oh my God, I couldn't. I almost laughed, like busted laughing. She was screaming in Russian and swearing. She screamed. I'm like, what? She couldn't stop. I was like, oh my God, is this how painful
You
it
guys are
is?
going to
I
discourage
almost
Kiki.
laughed,
No, no, no.
I'm feeling pain,
Ah,
but I'm like, what is she doing? Like they're killing her. Oh my God.
this pain is unimaginable pain out of this world. But this is why a mother's love makes it even more because that would even make me kill for my child. This is when even with racism, I was telling Nelly
Yeah.
that if anyone even tried to even call my sons out of their own name, I would go after them, their grandparents, their mother, that's the same child, the same young boy that called my child a name will see me for who I am. I can be
Let
the
me
devil and I can be the sweetest angel. So pick your poison.
pick your struggles
That's
properly.
exactly, exactly. And I am happy that I come from a small little town where
Mm-hmm.
there is like less people, like, and somehow people know each other either from grandparents or our age mates. We know each other very well. So if my kids experience something, which means I can be able to talk to the parents of the child and the child, but
Mm-hmm.
I don't want that to happen. I don't want them to ever see me angry because I don't know what I'm capable of. If my husband, he knows how angry I can get. My face never lies when I'm angry. It's my face is one thing that I cannot control. Only God can control it, but me.
Not. I think for me,
Jesus.
my experience with racism, and I think I talked about this last time when we were live, and I think I talked to you about it, Sabina and Alice.
Yeah, but I
About
want to know, what did you do in that position? What did you do, Nelly, when
Yeah,
that
but can you
happened?
tell what happened? Because I don't think everyone knows your story yet.
this. So we moved here, and of
Yeah.
course, it goes to now the Finnish school, and so after some time, I think when children try to create friends, sometimes their intentions can be misjudged. So we went through that process of you'd get a parent say, "Oh, Adrian, and his friends," because he was not speaking Finnish when we came. So he just follow the few people he's made friends
Yeah.
with when they came to see their friends and stuff like that. And so I went through this phase of trying to teach him how to now adjust from not having any friends to trying to make friends, right? And that was
Yeah.
very, very, very nice experience, because in a few weeks down the line, the reports were like Adrian is now having friends, everything is going on very well. And then so when this anti thing began, this anti feel began.
Yeah. Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
I we were going. He was still going to school because kids would still go to school. But then though it was already started and there was no restriction yet. So they just said that the school announced and said we cannot have the normal parents meeting and stuff like that, but the children can come to school. So then the first week, Adrian comes and says, "There's this boy who's been naughty to me," and we usually do have these conversations on respect from both sides of how you treat your friends and how your friends should treat you, what you can accept, what you can't. If something is wrong, how do you address it? Because now we're in a different place altogether. And then he said the kid was being naughty to me, and I didn't do anything wrong to him. So I called the teacher and I was like, "Okay, my son had an incident today. Did you hear about it?" And he said no. And according to the teacher, Adrian was on the swing, and the kid wanted to use the swing. So the kid started pushing the swing like really high, and Adrian was saying stop, but the child could not understand what stop is. So then I was like, okay, fine. Probably next time, I told Adrian, next time, try and tell the child that you don't like what he's doing. So that went like that. And so that meeting was between me and the teacher, right? And Adrian and the friend. So then the same friend 2 days later calls my son the N word. I told Adrian tomorrow, I called the teacher and I said, tomorrow, I don't care if whatever is happening, I want to see the kid's parents, myself, the kid's parent, and those two children and their friends together in one place because we need to talk. And I said, where I come from, we don't call each other this. And that is about the same time when the Black Lives Matter was happening also.
Yeah.
I said, we don't entertain something like this. And it just said, we can organize a phone call. I said, phone call does not do it for me. Like, I need to see that
Yeah.
parent
See.
in person. Because for me, a child to say the N word, for me, it first of all means they speak about the same thing at home, because kids just don't,
Exactly.
especially when they're young, they just don't pick these languages on
Pause.
and then just say them. So I told the teacher said it could be a mistake. I said I want to know from the movie the child watches. I want to see the mother and the father, and I want to know like how they are, because I need to understand them first of all, because I could not believe it. And so then the teacher was like, we can always organize. So we organized a meeting, and then I went to see the kid's mother came. When the kid's mother came, she saw me, and then she left the meeting and called the school and said that she was afraid of being with me in the same room. And I said, now you've just started. We have not even spoken. We are just getting warmer. I told the principal, I told the teacher and the school principal, if this matter is not solved, I am going to handle it the way I think I should handle it. And it will get out of hand, because I will look for this mom to her home and take her to the police station myself. So I said, I don't want to get there. So before I follow this child back to their home when they're going home in the evening, because you can't tell me where they live, you make this meeting happen. So the next day became the mother and the father and the child. So then we started talking. So the first thing I noticed when I said, so you understand why we're here? They said yes. And the husband said the first thing, when we came in Finland, these were names that people would just call us anyhow. And I said, one thing I can hear you saying is that you're trying to validate the fact that your son called my son a name I never even expect anyone to call me. I said, let's start from there. When you came here, when was it? He said he's been in Finland for 20 something years. I said, I'm not that Asian, but I know it's a bad name. So they tried validating. I said, if you cannot get to a point of apologizing to my son, to me, and teaching these other friends of these children that this is wrong, then we go to the police station. And I said, because this kid has been calling my son the same name in the school, I said, we're going to do it in the classroom with all the children listening, because they have to know that Adrian's mom does not take this, and Adrian's dad does not accept this as well. And they all have to hear you also giving the apology. So that is how it went. And I wasn't going to take anything less than that.
Did they apologize?
Yes, in front of all the classmates and everyone. I just could not take less than that, because I was going to go all the way down.
That's good. That's good.
Were they like Finnish, from Finnish heritage, all of them?
No, they were Russians.
And they're not even Finnish. They're behaving like that. That's worse, because in
Yeah, so exactly. That's
good as well. That makes sense.
Yeah, I totally get it.
Finnish and proud, then yeah, I'll get it. But you're also a foreigner. Come on, these people don't even like foreigners. They are Russian, you are German, they don't like them. And if it's Russian, it's well.
Yeah.
You did well. You did well, because for me, if anything, I'll just beat up the child. That's it. Because I don't care. You don't have
Yeah, I would have just I would have been that. I would have told my child to go deal with him. That's the okay. I'm savage, mom. So don't mind me.
Because
first, I would have gone, met the kid. I would have poked the kid in the face first. That is the first. The first step I would do is that meet the child. Show me the kid, and then I'll take the kid to the corner. What did you tell the child? I'll put your ear a little bit. And then I will pull the ears of the kid, and then when the kid goes report to the mom, I will say to them, "Oh, that is not true. I wouldn't do that. Me, I'm an old lady. Like, I wouldn't do that. After I have poked you, I would really pull the ears. I will see you at the corner. First, I deal with you. Then I go deal with your parents. First, it starts there. First, I'll poke you. And then when he goes to sell, he goes and tells the mom and the dad. And I'll say, me, do that? No, I don't have, I wouldn't do that. No, I wouldn't do that. I was waiting for you to do that, something else to you. I would be polite after I've dealt with the kids. I'll tell my son, show me which one it is. I'm serious. So whoever is here who knows me, and then your kid does that to my child. First, I will deal with you. And then after that, I'll deal with you. And then I'll deal with your husband. And then I'll deal with the grandparents. And then actually, maybe I'll start with the teacher. But then the kid comes first, then the teacher, then the parents, then the grandparents. So don't try it. Don't try it. Me, I am so just saying.
I think for me,
and I am very good. You won't find evidence.
Sorry?
It's his word against mine. That's all. Like, what evidence
do you have? And me, I'll be like, what? What evidence do you have? You won't find any.
Accusing me.
I will. And I'll even play my race card, which are so rightful. So
exactly.
So don't try me. We'll find each other. Even if it's a kids, I don't care if you are like 7 years, 8 years, 10 years. I will deal with you. You will be scared. Oh, Levi's mom is like this. You go tell the story. That's what my father used to do to all the bullies that he tried for me. He would deal with the child before he goes to the teacher.
So, I think it's the best thing. For me, I think
the child.
The very first time we met with the mother and the dad, before now we went into into the school, inside the school. You know the way the school is in Finland. It's not like
Yeah.
yeah. So before we went, and they were still like denying, I held the child's hand because the dad said, "You go play. This is the big people's issue. We are going to solve, the two of us. Just go and play."
Yeah.
Dragged the kid behind and said, "You know what? My son is right here.
Mhm.
So you and him are both age mates, and it's you who called my son the name. So I want all of you here. When your dad is thinking this is really embarrassing for you to be on the place where we're talking, this is where you have to be." And I said, next time if this happened, I will pinch your ears and then I'll deal with you. Next time it will be me
Good.
talking to your dad. I
Good.
said, I'll pinch your ears and then it will be me and you, and then you'll go and report to your dad. When the dad was there, and it was like, no, in Finland you can't do something. I said, I would rather go to jail.
Exactly. Like I would
for
rather go
my-
to jail for that. I'll beat the shit out of you. Like I don't care.
I would rather go to jail. Let's
Mm.
go to the comment section. Tash is saying, hey, Kiki. Kiki is laughing out here. And then Yvonne is saying, lol, Miss Wengo, marshmallow, haha. Wengo, I think Wengo is here. Wengo, hey. And then foreigners behave as if they own more than they do. I think that's really true. And then Kiki's saying, true joy. I don't know what they're talking about. And then Nelly, I have had that narrative that they use the word Negro in reference to Black people because it's a word in their language as a way to justify the use of the term. So I just want to ask have for me whether you use it in your whether they use it the way he was justifying that is something okay, like they call each other the N word. I was like, when you come out of your house, whether you call your wife the N word in your house, when your wife steps out of the door, when that word is called to her, it's not good and it doesn't sound good. And there's no way to use a history that pained people actually to inflict the same name on someone else who's very innocent of everything, you know?
Yeah.
So I don't take that bullshit. I'm really like, for me, I think I am very soft spoken. But when it comes to especially my Adrian, let's just say all of my sons, but especially Adrian, we will dive in there. Like I would do you the African way.
Because it's not even Nancy says beating. No one is beating anyone. It's the pork, the one, this one. Have you seen this pulling of ears? It's not. I'm not even beating anyone's child. And in fact, there's not going to be any evidence that I did anything because this or this doesn't leave a mark.
Yeah. Tony
But that leaves a mark on the child. That leaves a mark on a child who does stupidity. That's seriously, because every time my father did that or put my ear, I got something. So that teaches somebody something. I wouldn't beat anyone's child. No, that's not my place. But I would definitely poke your child.
make sure you
poke and ear.
I think
this
also
is where you listen from. This is where you see. No?
Yeah. And I think
I'll even do this.
Look at me.
I think you first of all
those are things that you can do. Look at me.
You have to at least start with the parents, because I feel like racism and all this are taught. Like Nelly, you said that Russian couple, they've moved to Finland 20 years ago. So boy was not born 20 years ago.
But that doesn't make them finish.
The society now, like we know, everyone has heard of this Black Lives Matter. Don't use the N word. I can use it with you, like jokingly, but none of my white friends can use it with me because I will take it differently.
Yeah.
So that boy was pretty much taught by the parents and then used it and said like, oh, N word, you can use it on a Black person. But that boy or a white boy, the N word, because he knows who to use it to. And with us, it's not a nice word. So he was taught that the parents had to really apologize than them just trying to dodge and say, oh, we've been 20 years, it's used. No.
And maybe he took the story differently home, and then when he described who the kind of a person it is, probably they told him to call the child that, which means it did come from the parents, which means the parents are also responsible for that. So I mean, I wouldn't take it lightly with them at all.
And if they pull up that thing like, oh, it's a normal word, okay, call my son again that name, and now you can deal with the poking and the pulling of the ears. And then he says, you put my ears, me. What evidence do you have? And you don't have evidence.
Exactly.
There's no case. I think for me, like when I tried, first of all, the same day that Adrian came, because we do, when Adrian comes back home, all my kids, when they come back home, we have to go through a brief of, so how was school? Because, you know, in school, you ask the teachers, especially in
Yeah,
daycare,
I
like,
also asked the same thing.
Yeah.
so then when Adrian comes, I ask the same thing, like how was school, what was happening and stuff like that. So when he said that, I called the teacher and I said to the teacher, can you give me this parent's number? Because now there's restrictions, right?
Yeah.
And then I called the parent and I said, your son has been using this word in school. That is the very first incident that Adrian said. And Adrian said that he wasn't sure if it was meant for him or someone else. So I was standing in the gap for that other parent who could not be me, or you understand? So I called and he said, I think these kids do watch some movies, some games that have bad names. And I said, as a parent, surely you want to tell me you give your child games without seeing the type of games they're playing?
You have to teach them. They have to, because he had to stand up and say, oh, sorry, I didn't know. But pretty much that boy was taught by the parents for him to defend that stupid thing. Oh, yeah, we
Yeah,
use this.
because and even you cannot even say the movies now. You can't throw that card, because even the movies now it's not that common unless
Yeah.
it's a very much adult movie. So no, we don't buy that.
Yeah.
I wouldn't buy that at all.
How is
No.
a young child as young as Adrian's age, for example, going to listen to movies that use the N word and the F word? Like how? Like for me, I don't understand what I was like. Do you even listen to yourself? Like by the time I'm buying my son a movie or a game to play, I first sit down with it and watch it myself. And if before I finish it,
Exactly.
I'm not going to watch it. They'll have to wait until I'm done with it so that they're able to use it. Because then I know whatever I'm giving them is a good information that they can listen to. So it's just so unacceptable. They say these kids turn pink even at shouting at them. You better not put your hands on someone's head. Me, I will shout.
When the worst comes to the worst, I think I would pull their ears, poke them. If it comes to a point whereby the parents, I talk to them.
Me, I don't care. The first one is pork, and then I'll deal with your parents. Me, I'm sorry. I don't care who says anything. I'll pull the kid aside. We'll do that in private, and then I'll call the parents. So I will start with that, then the other steps. So I don't care about being nice to anybody.
Sabina,
My parents, my husband
tell
has to
them
pull
that.
me to go do it first to go.
You have to just give them that trait, like, you know where I come from in Africa. I've killed so many people. I'll just put a charm in the night. You won't sleep.
Yeah, I've killed lions. Don't try me. I've hunted with these lions. I walk with a lion. I walk. I walk with a lion, for heaven's sake. What do you think? I cannot deal with this.
And show some cards. You see this guy? This one, the lion bites.
This one was from my back at home.
I have so many.
I remember the teacher telling me.
We have marks everywhere.
Exactly. You know the way Finns do solve conflict, like there's no shouting, like no noise. It's more of a like toned down conversation. And I was like on top of my voice here. And all the kids were at the teacher was like, we're interrupting other. I said, I don't care.
Exactly.
Me too. I don't care. Like,
so it won't happen.
Who cares?
It won't happen again.
They'll know that Nelly. They'll know that they'll be scared next time not to call you again. There won't be any problem with that coming again. Next time they'll know better.
Now,
They'll
if I
know
take
better.
the moms who have seen me address this issue, I always hear like, that is the lady. So last time I told one, no, my name is Nelly. My name is Nelly, and I'm that girl and that mother who'd not accept. I just like make sure they know, because other than saying, that I'm just like, I save you the benefit of doubt or trying to guess who I am and let you know who I am.
Yeah.
So we're clear. Like he's saying so disrespectful. Tony had said something about teaching the son. Let me just see it. Did you get it? Okay, here I got it. I told my sons wasiende kupigana mangumi kesi baadaye. I think that's really nice, because fighting sometimes is not the solution.
Yeah,
the problems.
Because how far
that is true.
There's another one I'm about to go deal with. This one is like two levels above Adrian's, right? And this kid is so rough when playing with people. Like you'll find the kids playing football, and then he come and grab the ball. And Adrian said last time he heard another boy
So
went to
he's
take
a bully.
he's the bully. And I'm not going to wait for it to get to my son because it's Adrian's circle of friends. So I'm about to go and also address that in school as well because I'm that part.
Just go when they're playing
Yeah.
outside, just which one point him and then you just take his ear. Me, my child, don't even try. You just put his
When that. Do you know how kids walk back home by themselves?
Mm.
That's why I'm going to wait at the bridge there. I'll just be like, if
Yeah,
you
I'll be waiting in my car. Me, I'm only just going to be looking. Man, I'm sorry, guys, but me, I'm just not a nice person. But I am a crazy mom. I'm just one of those crazy moms. But
with
I'll
all
try to be nice. This is why my husband has to deal with such conflicts, not me. Because if I
all
go, it's a
this-
different story.
with all this, Nelly, I think you do like educate like your kids on like, of course it's gonna happen. Like you do tell them that, right? Because I don't have a kid who's kindergarten or school yet.
imagine during the Black Lives Matter, especially after this case, me, my husband, Adrian, and Daniel, we all went to Helsinki for the demonstrations, and even our photos were featured in the demonstration. And at some point, I took that microphone and I was like, "Black Lives Matter!" You better like, y'all better understand me.
Believe
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, because you just have to warn them as well. Like, okay, you need to have a tough skin, but if it happens, of course, report to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's going to happen. You have to expect this, but have a tough skin because nowadays the suicide rates of children, even as young as 6 years old,
Exactly.
because they are
Especially
hiding
in Finland.
stuff like that. So best you like have that relationship with them. They tell you what happens, but also try to be tough skin for them. Like, okay, if this happens, stand for yourself. But you tell me also, so I also stand for you.
Yeah.
Like it's good to encourage.
Exactly. I totally agree.
I think
because I hear a lot of
I'm saying because of this topic again, there's a teenage, I don't know if you guys got the story somewhere in December. There's something that had happened to a kid got murdered. Did you read it on is it Uli?
No, I don't know him.
In Helsinki. So there's a child who got murdered, and it wasn't like okay, let me explain the story so you can catch it. So when this child from growth, I didn't get like from what nationality though, because my Finnish is not so good still, but I was reading it in Finnish. So from when this kid was in kindergarten, she had like this negativity with the group of friends that were playing.
No.
And then as they continued growing up, this turned into bullying, and the kid was always quiet about it. And according to me as well, the mother was never present to ask like how is school and how is everything. And then now to their growth, the mom, I don't know if I get the story right, but guys, forgive my Finnish at the same time. I just try and get what I can get. So up to now, when the child was dying, which is not when he's still very young, they had gone out. So it means they are grown up, right? They had gone out with their friends, same group of friends. And he's always the child who's sent around with their friends and stuff. So then they took him to a corner somewhere and they beat him up. And they beat him up that the report says that he had multiple fractures. And then, it was cold already. It was snowing already, that cold in the night. So because he was bleeding and stuff like that, they left him somewhere where no one was going to pass or something like that. And he stayed in the cold until I think towards morning. So when the cleaner was coming to clean, that's when they found him and they took him to the hospital. And then he succumbed to death there. And for me, that was just so heartbreaking because I read how a parent cannot listen to their child and how if you don't have conversations about bullying and how your child's day was at school, it actually turns into a different story altogether.
Yeah.
So I think for me, when it comes to things like racism and bullying and stuff, there are conversations I do have at home. For example, if my son asks what what happens in this case and situations like Black Lives Matter and stuff, I am open to give an example. At the same and explain what happened in the best childish way I can explain so that they get the information that we're talking about. And at the same time, when my child comes from school, I'm always so keen on hearing about what good thing did you do today and what bad thing did you do today. Because I have this, we call it a free pension day, where when you come back from school, you can be forgiven of anything you say, but you can have a time if it was so bad. But it's not that harsh. Like I can take, for example, the phone off for two hours when you were supposed to have the phone time.
Yeah.
So we have this that sometimes you come and say, I was naughty to a boy, because I try and encourage this free conversation between me and my kids. So for me, I felt like this was someone who does not this is just a typical example of, oh, kids are growing, they went out with their friends, and you don't really pay attention to what happens when the child comes back home, the mood and everything. And I'm just like, let's try and get the comment. Someone is saying, do not do that. Just report to the teacher and more problems. Avoid more problems. If better, you poke the mamas if she comes from the left side. I think that's also good, but I think also it's good to put the children.
It's a good one.
In the conversation as well.
Yeah,
I feel like
yeah, exactly. Now, Kiki, that's yes, Gina and Georgia. Yes, that's what I would do. She watched it, you see, and that's how you deal with the bully. She did exactly this. Oh my good, that's I was actually yes. That's the kind of mom I am. So
I think
I'm
also
sorry, guys. I cannot be nice. I am not. I am just.
I agree
am
with
me.
you.
I can't.
Because
I just.
you have your own level of dealing with people. I think I agree with you
and yeah.
I agree with you in many
The
ways.
kids get terrified of. They are so young that when this level of bullying and calling names, that won't go away if I sit down with the parents first. Because I know what I have gone through when I was young and what worked for me with my dad and everybody else around me. Even though I have never been bullied, but the boys tried it at school one time, but I had a crazy dad, and it always worked for me because my dad was crazy when it came to his kids. And that made me even more like, the boys would school be like, don't touch her, don't even start, the dad will come, like the dad, that went around. It stayed a long time. Even Alice, you knew about my dad, no? I was at school with Alice. My dad is the crazy one. He was cuckoo, like for all the time, like he was something else. And I really appreciated that way of the way he dealt with it. It made me, I was protected the whole time, even to men at school. Boys, so I was protected. I want that method for me. It will work for me. It might not work for you. It will work for me. I'm not beating anyone's child, but I'll definitely pull your child's ear, and I'll definitely poke your child, because I gave birth to those kids and it hurts like crazy. So I will not tolerate anyone touching my child, even calling my child out of his own name. So will be ready to go to prison. Which I will not end up there because I won't leave any evidence. I don't care.
Go ahead.
I would do the method that Nelly did. Like the first one, I would go to the teacher, report the issue. If it goes well, like how it went for you, Nelly, like they tried to make it right away, but you ended up getting what you wanted, then I would leave it there. But if it goes well, but he keeps on doing the same thing, then I would take my own actions. Because honestly, first I will report it to the teacher, they bring the parent, and then I see what the parents will do. Because I know they are kids, but it starts at a young age, These things.
Yeah, true. And Alice, for me, I think being an African,
you guys are good people.
Being an African, I have this doubt at the back of my mind. Like, I know you're going to talk about it, but I just feel like if you don't talk about it without me there, I don't think you talk about it how it should be heard.
Yes, it has to be you are there, the boy is there, your son is there, and the parents are
Exactly.
there. Like, okay, are we clear? This won't repeat itself. Clear. If it does again, I'm gonna go myself and pinch the boy and do all this stuff.
Okay.
Like, I want to
Yeah.
listen also one way. But the first time it happens, Sabina, I think first go to the teacher,
No,
the teacher, the parents, talk to the
when
parents
the
first.
first time it
Talk to the boy as
happens, you
well.
know that I won't be the first one to know about it. It will probably be the first person who will know about it will not
Because
come
you
to me
know what?
first.
You know what, if this kind of like goes on, whereby if for example Levi reports to you that somebody bullied him and stuff like that, then you go and pinch the boy or just direct.
Yeah.
He's gonna stop playing you, or the friends will stop playing with him. No,
Mhm.
Levi beats up boys. Then people,
Yeah.
the boys won't play with him much. Like, they'll be running away from him. Levi's mom is crazy. Levi's mom will beat us up.
Okay, I will listen to you. I'm here to learn. I am here to be a better person, and I love you guys for teaching me how
I'm
to
with
be a
you on
better
that
woman.
point.
Please teach me, oh,
I'm with you on
I
that
beg,
point of
because I know
pinching.
I understand.
Yeah, I agree with you on that
You
point of
hold my
pinching.
hand. You know me. You can be.
First thing,
That's why Sabina is close. That's why Alice is close to you.
yeah, at least first approach the
Huh?
parents. Then if it goes somewhere else, you can do what you talk about. Like, I can do that as well.
Alice,
Pinching and
Alice,
stuff.
Alice, let me tell you something.
Okay.
For me, approaching the parents, I can only approach the parents on 2 levels. I want to approach the parent with the teacher,
Yes, like that. Yeah.
not just the parent, because I'm sure if the child is able to say this name out loud, it's entertained at their house. So approaching that just the child, the parent
Exactly.
does not solve the problem for me.
Okay.
And I think for me, after that experience, I said, once all of this is open, I have booked a space for me. I said, when we are having a parents meeting as a school, I want to go and have a meeting, because for me, this was not yet done. Sorry, guys.
Okay. Next, did that repeat itself? Did the boy try it again after he did it again? Did he
It's
do that?
never happened. It's never happened again. But
So
I wrote to the principal and I said, once all of this is over, I want you to have a talk about race and calling people these names and everything to the whole school, so that they're able also to understand how to be with other people. Because I felt like it needs someone like me to speak about this, that is not of this place, for people to sink it in their minds. Because if my son had it, there are many other parents who have the same case, in my case as well. But also love that racism does not
Yeah.
happen in, and you can always report it.
you're right. You're
And
very
I
right.
also think that with nowadays, if such things they experience such things in school, I would suggest they have like a coach or a mentor for a few weeks that teaches them about race, and also just makes the school, all the classes should have that, and they should take that course, because that course is very important. If such things happen, the whole school should go through that course.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I think for me, the reason I'm saying this is also important is there was a report that was published last time, and they said that immigrant children are likely to perform less well or less better than the locals. And I feel like these are one of the problems as to why, because
Yeah.
when it has to deal with all of these moving culture shock and learning a new language, and then come to a place where they feel like they're also different, it also raises a certain, we need now to have this conversation as well at school.
Yeah, you're
So
very, because it only takes us to step up and make this become an awareness, because if
yeah,
we say this, it's just going to be like, okay, yeah, just talk to this parent. No, but everyone has to be educated. Whether you say the N word or you did not, but you have to know that in this school, or even with any of these mixed people or black
yeah.
people, anyone, don't use that N word. It's good that you stepped up like that. Like, that's really good.
So for me, this space is still like, I'm like, when all of this, I reached out and I was like, I know we talked about this. I know the name has not been called since that time, but I would feel more comfortable keeping quiet about it after I speak to the
Yeah.
whole school
Yeah.
about all of this thing as me. Like,
Yeah.
because we have
I
like
know,
this.
actually, I agree. I agree with also having I agree with having a course. That's one of the things that I thought each school should have that in Finland, especially nowadays. Maybe, and also the books, those books like the ones for one of my friends has such books, the one that teaches us about different people that you can find in this world. And that book is it's an amazing book. I have it somewhere. Let me just go get my book. I'm coming. You
Yeah.
need to see.
And also someone is saying, so I get that, or your English does like Africans at all, or do you have such buildings in Africa? These are the kind of microaggressions that we need to look at. I think that's really nice. Miss Mwango, if you can come to the panel, I would really appreciate it, girl.
That's
Do you see this?
also
Do you see this?
received it before.
Do you see this? This is
Mhm.
amazing. This, I feel like kids, especially nowadays, kids that are like, can you see this? This is amazing. Like kids, especially in Europe, they need such books in schools. They need to
Yeah.
see what kind of people we have in this world, people with different hair. And you know what? My son, one time he had a problem. It wasn't a really big problem at school. He
Mhm.
said somebody touched his hair. I know it was out of it. Maybe it wasn't that bad, but I went to that school. I mean, I went to the kindergarten, which is like a daycare here. I went there, and because he came to me, he's like, no, he told me, Mommy, somebody touched my hair today. And I was like, okay. I was like, how did you? He said, I didn't like it. I didn't like it. So I said,
Mhm.
okay. Next day, I went to the school. I asked the teacher, what happened? And I was like, what happened? Because Levi came home and he complained about something that happened. What happened? And I was like very angry that my face was something else. And she said, oh, it was one of the girls. She was busy touching his hair. She liked his hairstyle. So I was like, I looked so angry. The nurse saw that I was not happy because here it's like the nurse that looks at the kids, and she looked at me. She knew I was not like it, and she was like, no, it wasn't like that. It wasn't that bad. We talked to her and we talked. It was she apologized. So,
Mhm.
but then my face changed, and I said, this should never happen again. My face said this should never happen. I shouldn't come back about this ever again. And she knew from my face that I meant this should never happen again. I was very serious. And I told my son that next time she touches your hair,
Uh-huh.
tell her that is not nice. I do not like it. Do not touch my hair.
Yeah.
And so and that's the most polite thing I could do, because I did go to the teacher and I did tell my son to tell her it was not nice. He didn't like it. So,
Mhm.
yeah, that was the
I
best I could do then. So, anyway, but you need such things. Hold on. Do you
think
see?
for me, and that is why I was
These
talking
are
about
beautiful.
yeah, on Instagram. I was saying like it's very important that our children get to read books that have this type of hair and they see this type of skin. As much as a book can entail like everyone else,
Mm,
good to have everyone else in that book, but also have someone like representation, for example. I feel like that's really an important thing.
yeah.
Miss Mwango is saying kuna wakati I went home alafu my former Zamu is the one saying my former boss aliuliza my co-workers ati Zamu atarudi as if sijui nimeenda wapi. Oh, the boss was asking if she was going to come back, as if they didn't know where she had gone to. I missed that. Zamu, would you say that again, like what you had said? And then Donna is saying, I had a conversation with my son and I always enlighten him more about racism. And I think that's really, really nice. I think
Yeah.
for me, I don't want to say, I would not sit my son down and then say, this is racism. This, if you go out,
Yeah,
go
yeah,
after this is going to happen. But
yeah.
I
But
would
also,
always,
can I just add one more thing?
uh-huh.
Can I just say this?
Mm-hmm.
For that, what happened to me, My kid is only 4 years old,
Yeah.
and probably that incident was not malicious in any way, because
Yeah.
sometimes I know that my kids are different, yes, in their age group, and they're just so young. So those small kids are also innocent. They might not know. They're just curious, because my kids are the first mixed kids in their school, in the
Yeah.
kindergarten. And
Yeah.
I understood, from my understanding, though that kid was so small, so I got angry, yes, only to the teacher, but not to the small kid, because I understand that is such a very small kid that
Yeah.
has never seen a mixed child's hair.
Yeah,
You see,
Yeah.
curious.
those, and I come in a small little town where I am the only black woman in here. Do you
Mm-hmm.
understand me? I am the
Mm-hmm.
only black woman. And sometimes these small little kids, it's their first time to see somebody different like me. They look at me, they're like, oh, it's their first. I'm telling you, I am the only black woman here. Pretty much the only one. And
Yeah.
I understood it was
You
just their
have to
first
stand up.
experience, you know?
You
So
have to stand up
I
and raise
didn't blame
awareness.
them.
I think it's
Yeah.
nice that
And
you're pointing out this as they're coming up, because when they know, because now your part is educating and raising awareness as well.
yeah.
When they know, then they're not, these things can be avoided in advance. You understand? Like, for
Yeah.
example,
Yeah.
Matthew came and said, Mommy, I want to shave my hair. And I said, why? And I said, he said, because someone said in my class that my hair smells coconut. And I said, well, I'm
That
going to
was
have
good.
a conversation
Mm.
with the teacher and tell the the coconut smells so good and you need it to keep your hair hydrated. And was
Exactly.
like, it's not a bad
Mm.
thing. And your hair is beautiful. Like, your hair is amazing. You don't need to cut it. And you can use
Yeah.
coconut oil however you want, whatever amount you want. And that is what keeps your hair healthy, just like mommy does.
You don't like it, move
Yeah.
away. Don't
And
like
I
the
think
smell.
that
It's
especially with
true. Hmm.
Yeah, and especially with young kids in the kindergarten or in primary schools, they need such books. Like, they need such books to learn about people's hair. That there is a lot of people with different hair, and like
Mhm.
just to know that there are other people out there. Because
They
some
need
of
to
these
have
kids,
that. Yeah.
they don't know anything. They have never seen such things before. They have
Mhm.
never seen a black person. Literally, it's the first
Yeah.
time, apart from the
The very
TV.
first time.
So I
Guys,
don't really like maybe when my kids turn a little bit older, I will start explaining to them about race, but they're so young now. They're just so innocent right now. I explain to them differently, in like how my culture a little bit lightly, you know. We start first, they have visited my country, and also they eat my food. They speak a little bit of my language, not like speaking it. They make fun, like they know like how I speak. Like you know, sometimes I get into this African mode. So my son
yeah,
likes to make fun of me. I don't even know that I'm doing it, but you know, when you're African,
Just
there is
comes
such
out. Just comes out.
there's always those smart things that
Yeah.
yeah,
stand out. Like, you
yeah,
know, you have these smart things that you add in. And I
yeah.
didn't notice that my son always listens, but he listens to all those the conversations sometimes when I'm speaking in my language with my sisters or with
Mm-hmm.
Alice.
Mm-hmm.
And he understands, like he knows that when mom is talking, she talks like this and that. And
Yeah,
also we eat Zambian food in this house.
very
I
important as
have the thing that I give the most important thing that an African mom or African anyone from Africa would give their child is their heritage. That you teach them everything. Either you teach them the pride that we black people have. We have so much pride,
well.
confidence. That is one thing that no one can take from me. You cannot take me. I don't care what you say about. You can call me anything. Like, you can say whatever. It will not rub anything out of me. Do you know me? I
Nothing,
don't care if you call me ugly.
nothing.
It won't rub. So
Mm-hmm.
in this country, what I can teach my son is confidence. Confidence.
Yeah,
You are invisible. Even when you are even if you people can see you any kind of way that they want, but once you are confident of who you
Literally,
are, no one
uh,
will. It won't.
it,
Not even race will move. It is you that is coming. Me, I
mm,
move, and I have never. I can say this for myself. I don't know. Maybe I'll experience it one day. But I have never in Finland experienced direct racism. I move. You won't try me. You won't
I
come
think
to
I do.
me
I
and
do.
say tell me shit in my face.
Yeah,
I have never. But racism is there. Yes, it is there. But I have never. The only thing I receive, which is, and it's not even saying that Finnish people are not racist. Some maybe they can be, but I
yeah.
have always gotten compliments. So
Mm-hmm.
I cannot say that, oh, no, there is no racism in Finland. There is, it is
Yeah,
there. But
yeah.
the things that I can teach my child is pride, confidence. This is one thing that an African woman or man has that no
Exactly.
one can take away from you, because
Yeah.
such things they lack here. Me, I have
Mhm.
that. So I will teach them my culture. I will teach them that,
I
and I
think
will teach them where I come from.
I think for
What?
me, I usually
Where,
say
baby?
as Africans, we have something that people do not have. And I do tell my sons, like I reaffirm this every day. I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Like when my kids wake up, I tell my son, if you walk out there, no, you are perfect. The way you are amazing, and no one can be you, just you alone. And even if you meet people who have the same skin tone like you do, or the same type of chocolate skin like you do, you stand out because your mother
Yeah.
is proud
Be
of you.
you and love
Those,
yourself.
yeah, yeah.
Mm.
And I think that's so important. Donna is saying, I had a conversation with my son and I always enlighten him about race.
That's
And
good.
I think that is what we're talking about. And
Yeah.
then Kiki, time difference ndio kuamka sasa. Hizamu, good
Mm.
morning. And then actually not rich Africa is wealthy on its own. Yeah, I think Africa is very
True.
wealthy,
It's
very,
true.
very wealthy. And then Donna Karen,
Very. We are rich.
we are very rich. That is not good. I hope you didn't let it slide. I think it cannot slide. And then I tell my child, those racist people are stupid. You are mixed and beautiful, and they are jealous and stupid. I think that's
Yes.
the best approach ever.
Very true.
Personally, when it comes to skin color, like where I live, my skin is so admired. Like so,
Mm-hmm. You are
from
beautiful.
my hair, from my hair to my skin. Like I met this lady. I was going outside to bask in the sun, and she was like, your skin is so beautiful. And just to always receive those kind of compliments, I'm always just above here. Like
Exactly.
I know I'm
Exactly.
appreciated. I'm appreciated in the store. I'm appreciated in the way people always compliment on how your skin is beautiful and soft and looking amazing. And when you have your makeup, even the praise goes a little bit higher. I'm just like,
Yeah.
you don't touch me. You can't.
You
Kiki,
can't.
I love this conversation. Thank you so much again for being here. And I just want to take this time to thank everyone who's having this conversation with all of us because you guys rock. Everyone who's shared this on their stream, whether on Instagram, your WhatsApp group, your Facebook, I really do appreciate it. And for 75 of you watching, you guys are my heroes today. Like I love you guys so much. So keep the questions coming. You can ask, let's talk, share your experience. Let's get to know what's happening on your side where you are, the country where you live. We are talking about our experience in Finland, but of course, I know that
Yeah.
our audience is diverse. So it would be really nice to know what actually happens at the other side as well. And then, did the time change today? Because I feel like I didn't sleep enough.
What time?
Oh, I didn't sleep at all.
Oh no, like changing the
Wait, did
time.
it change today?
Hey,
I didn't sleep at all. Like,
You know, I was
guys,
just
it actually, is it today? Has it already
and now
changed?
I'm just thinking this is mom's in the house. We never know this one.
we'll never know. Seriously, like I didn't.
Do you
Like,
know
I
my
don't know.
kids woke up saying they have nightmares? We didn't sleep. We
And
really
then you
didn't
have
sleep.
to ask them back to sleep again. Oh, and then
I
Kiki is saying,
tried.
Sabrina, you guys are so amazing. And Miss Zamu is saying, Miss Mwango, kuna wakati went home alafu my former boss alikuwa anauliza my co-workers ati Zamu, oh, I think I read that one. And then Grace is saying, hey, Kiki. And then I think I read this one as well. Um, and then South African living
Auntie
in
Alice is
Italy.
there.
Oh, that's
Auntie Alice
nice.
is
Tell
there.
us about your experience in Italy. I would love to know that.
Yeah, I want to know as well. How is it in Italy? Is it like here as well? I don't know. Is it worse? Is it direct to you? How is racism there?
I would love to know that. And then Miss Mongo says some random white person asking you to teach them how to say certain words in African language is FN microaggression as well. I think that's, for me it depends on what kind of
It
white person
depends. Like,
asking me.
yeah, me too.
Because for example in my family here in
Ah,
Finland, of course. I have my mom always asking me how to say certain Finnish words so that he's able to speak to my Finnish relatives here. And I also have my family here always asking me about home and the languages and how we say certain words, so that for them, um, what is it called? At least network something.
I think she's maybe
Yeah,
she has gone somewhere. Or is it a
I think so.
network?
If I
hello.
speak, it's
Sorry.
Alice, we can't hear you.
okay.
Oh, what? She was probably doing something.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, I
Yeah.
can. Can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Oh, yes, 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 yes. Yes, we can.
So what was I saying again? Oh, my mom always asked me about the language, and my family here also asks. So when they talk, my mom is also cross teaching, and she's also learning, like how do you say good morning and stuff like that. So I feel like for me that is like culture exchange. But if
Yeah.
just someone I meet out there ask me to say some word that I know in my language does not relate nicely, I'm just like, we don't play that card.
Yeah.
Or
How the approach?
Miss Emma, thank you so much. Really appreciate this. Like you guys have made me become this, so I really appreciate this because
She's the
without you guys,
boss.
we are having a conversation.
Boss, ma'am.
Boss babe coming through. Sabrina Tan.
Can you imagine? He came to disturb me.
She wants
This
to
one
be
is
with.
like mommy's baby.
And I love the hair.
No, 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 no. No, mommy is busy now. No, no, no,
Oh, okay.
no. He's explaining that he hit his nose and he scratched. He had an accident on his nose. Can you check
Oh,
your nose? You had a pee pee and
sorry.
it's
And
here.
texty.
Yeah.
And texty.
But you're poking your nose.
Kids will always be kids. And
Oh
then
my God, guys, it was so nice having being here. Oh my goodness, like
I'm really
you were
happy to have you.
amazing. Uh,
Rakis says, if you are watching this live and you're on YouTube or has a business, join Chinese Kiki's membership. If you can and attend members only live, and you'll thank me. The tips are on fire. I think this is everything I always say, because especially in this journey, you need someone who understands and is doing well, because they know the do's and the don'ts and what to and promote your skills on whatever you're doing. And I'm a member of Chinese Kiki's page, and there's a lot to learn. There's a lot to learn. I'm always borrowing information from Chinese Kiki. I'm always calling Sabina and Alice as well, and trying to learn, because you never stop learning in all of this. So for me, this, I'm so thankful
yeah,
even for Chinese Kiki and every YouTuber who's always helping me. Um, Philly is saying, Philly is saying, I haven't faced racism, but what I have seen, you get respect more if you think you from if you think if they think you from America or how you dress. Been here for 3 months, so I'm bracing myself for future. That's good to know that you haven't gone through these experiences. And
Yeah, that's good.
nitafitini Mzambia kwa Sabina. Sabina, Tony is asking you hook him up with a Zambian lady so that she can get some sadza.
Yes, we have some. Yes, we have so many Zambian sisters out there.
So,
Yes, we
so
have so many. I have so many Zambian sisters out there.
Hmm.
please connect.
That would be so nice.
Get Tony taken.
No,
Tony needs
Masambizi. I'm coming.
no worries. Tony needs his heart
Mans
taken.
wants milk, so I'll be coming.
I
Let me give him some milk.
Okay. Okay. And Alice, you two can maximize the search for Tony. So we both
don't
we
worry,
get
we'll try to hook you up, bro. We'll try to hook
the
you up.
sooner Tony is out of the market, the sooner other people can stop trying.
Zambians are so beautiful people, very beautiful, very nice, and good people too.
I love Zambians, and I love the fact
Do you
that
know
we
what I'm doing, Nelly? Here, I had to turn my my computer so I can get more views for you. Like I had to, so it's like playing. So now I'm getting confused. I'm like looking like, where am I supposed to look on my computer or phone?
thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Yeah,
Thank
so
you
I'm
a lot to
getting
me.
confused. Where am I supposed to look? Okay.
Thank you so much. And Tony needs to fly. And by the way, if all of you are watching, you can do the same thing Alice is doing and watch on an extra gadget. She understands this struggle, girl.
Yeah, we need that watch time to go high for Nelly. Come on, just watch. If you've got 2 or 3
Exactly.
phones, you can use those ones. So yeah.
Please, I really would appreciate this. I really, really do appreciate this. This is the best way you can support me now and on this journey as well. Like just play this live stream on 1 or 2 gadgets, share it with your friends, let them come, let them watch, and let's have a conversation as you
Yeah.
help and then we have fun as well. So I really appreciate this because you guys are just being here for you and spending this time with me here is just everything I'd be appreciative of. And Wambui is saying just 42. There are no symptoms, but discrimination is rooted in bias, racial prejudices are biased, so they intertwine, and it's difficult to tell when discrimination is due to racist prejudice. And I think I do agree with that. Um, just 42 had also said that the N word is not a Finnish word. And I do agree
No,
to
it's
that.
not.
People do use it who are Finns, maybe. I don't know. I have not been called that by a Finn, but my case was a Russian. So I made that clear.
You know,
And
most of the
Yeah.
times here in Finland, if you face any kind of racism, just ask like, what exactly are they? Are they real Finns or they are Russians? Most of the times it's Russians who end
Yeah.
up saying words, which is funny because I know that Finnish people don't really like Russians that much. They're the ones
no,
who come with all these like, oh, you and word and this like the time I'm not first like to myself as well. Like I haven't personally faced it directly. Maybe just like on social media, if I make like these finished videos and stuff on my YouTube, somebody just comes and types something very bad, but not direct to myself. So when that day comes, I think we'll just face each other and just talk it out. Since you want to call me the N word, I'll call you something else you won't like to. So
Alice, for me, it goes down because my family was in this the Finnish independence war, and we have that history. So I'm just like, my great grands did not get a bullet on their bum just so that you can come and call me a bad.
exactly.
If you have a bullet in your
Yeah.
bum, you can heal. Like that scar better have meant something, and you don't bring that to me.
Yeah.
No, no, no. Um, and then there's a lot of love here. Alice and Sabina
Oh,
are definitely mom.
Oh, thank you, Chisomo.
thank you, Chisomo.
We love you guys so much. Love you guys so much. And then but most Russians are racist, speaking from experience. I think that's very true. We didn't say all of them because maybe there's a 2% or 10% or 50 that is good. But let's just say
Well,
that
actually, not all Russians are racist, but some of them might be, but not most. Because I must say, me, my best friend, my sister wife is definitely Russian, and she is the love of my life. But she is not racist at all. Like, and she is the godmother of my kids. Not all. We cannot say all of them are, because I mean, my best friend
I
is.
also have classmates are from Russia, some of them, and we have like, made the very best friends because they lived in Finland before they started doing the language training, and they were helping me out even with my studies. You know, the very first days when I could not say anything in Finnish, and information as well. So I wouldn't say that all of them are racist, but I would say I've had an incident, and that does not qualify me to say. I had an incident with a Russian in my child's school, so that remains. And then someone says, Kiki, how do you join the membership? That's a good question. So Proscovia, if you go to YouTube, for example, let me show you. And then if you go to YouTube, you come to you type Chinese Kiki. I think she's always like on my top searches. And then on here, before you join, you're going to see, if you click here, you can see, I don't know if you, this camera is always misbehaving. I have an advert running. Okay, so here, up here, where the picture is, oh God, where the picture is, this is the picture. You can't see. Okay, so on top, there's the picture of Chinese Kiki. And then you'll see a join button in blue. So if you click on the join button, you're able to see like the membership categories that she has. They're very affordable, from silver to gold and all that stuff. And then you're able to choose which one you want to join. And she does have like private live streams for members only. So there's some live streams that everyone is not going to see, but members are definitely going to see. And you're able to ask questions and you can get answers from her, because there are people now, the numbers are few as compared to when there's a live stream happening. So you're able to get like an answer to a specific question that you do have. And they're very affordable as well. And once you join, you'll see it giving you like CPACs, like mine right now is showing CPACs because I'm a member already. Let's go back to the comment. Someone is saying, Zamu, yes, institution racism is the worst, when people cannot get jobs even when they are qualified. I think this is something I have gone through.
That is true. That happens. That happens a lot. And maybe I would also say that also another thing is sometimes it's the name. They always fear. I think in Finland it's almost of the fear of knowing that they have to speak English. Sometimes like Alice, you are mute.
Alice, you're
sorry.
mute.
Oh shit! I thought I was talking.
Oh
my goodness! I'm sorry. I thought I was being heard. Yeah, I was saying that. Sorry, I was just agreeing with Sabina. Like sometimes it cannot just be that like you don't speak Finnish or anything. It's so funny because back home in Zambia, I think it's common in Africa, when you open up like a place, you know, and you need people to work there, like a tourism thing, and then they'll bring all these bosses from the UK, you know. They won't put any of these like the locals. We give it to the foreigners, but here it's so funny and weird and different and annoying in a way that they won't give a foreigner a very high position, which is so sad. It's hard, no matter how many degrees you have.
Yeah.
And also, if you can speak the language, it's not going to be an easy peasy thing for you to do. Like I have friends from school, university together and stuff. They have good jobs right now. They are working, they're advancing and stuff. And some of us are still like on the bottom level, you know? So it's like, it's very, very sad that in Africa ourselves, we don't also like put our own people first before the foreigners. But here, it's not like they'll give a foreigner a very, of course you can get a job, but it's not that easy, like to get that higher position. And these foreigners, like Finnish people, are answering to a foreigner. It's that's a very rare case. So I don't think it's for they'll put the language game like, oh, you have to speak fluent this language, you have to speak this and this. It's not always the case. It's just them not wanting that.
Hi.
Hey. Hi, cutie. Oh.
Hello.
Hi,
My
you
son is
guys.
into
Hey,
train.
Adrian.
Hello.
Nice.
How are
Who
you?
made that? Who
How
made
do you
that?
know Matthew? That's Matthew's into trains. Everyone knows it because you're Nelly's child.
That how do you know me? We know you very
Oh
well.
my goodness, you look the same. Very same,
Looks
same,
like the
same,
mommy.
same, same.
Exactly.
Oh
So
my God, like
handsome.
mom's
Oh,
twin.
look at
Oh
you. So
my God.
cute.
That
Oh
is that is
my
my
God.
twin.
Yeah, he is. Like, he really looks like you. Very beautiful, glowing skin. I like his skin.
Identical.
So
That
nice.
is
Yeah.
you cannot even like move mommy there. There is mommy written everywhere. Mommy's boy. Oh my God.
We look alike with
But
age.
I agree, like in Finland, for me, yeah, like for me in Finland, maybe in the beginning when I was using my actual first name, I decided to remove it when I tried. Let me try first. I would put my like Chisha Sabina Mena, but then when time moved by for me to get a job, I tried like okay, let me just move the Chisha away. Let's see if it's gonna work. And when I did that, it actually was a big difference because Sabina is also kind of like a Finnish name, as you know. So that kind of also worked differently.
Yeah, I agree
Sometimes
with you on
the
that one on
fear
the name.
of
Yeah.
knowing who exactly, sometimes they have the fear before they can like give you a
I
chance.
think give you a
So
chance.
yeah,
Exactly.
and I think as for Nelly, your first name is already like Nelly, so you won't have a problem because it's like English name. But if you had like another name, like some of us have like our actual name, I have like Chisha. So if you don't know how to pronounce that, they already fear when they see the actual name. So
Yeah.
since I have Sabina, I had to move and try it. With using Sabina, it actually worked. It did work somehow,
I think for me,
I
the
must say.
major it's okay. The med wait a minute. We are here on a what is it called? A
Yeah,
tweets.
actually, that is so true. That is so true. They can not you have to earn it to
Always
be
favor the
promoted and to have a higher position. You really have to like be in the company and then get promoted. Like you have to work whereby
you know that
nobody can
somehow
fight you
somehow I
on
don't
that
blame them. I
position.
don't blame them that they
Yeah,
actually favor their own people, which, like I said in the first part, that I wish Africans would do that, because now we find that whereby you find like lots of Chinese people back home are the ones who are
yeah,
bosses, and us in our own country, like in Zambia,
yeah,
we're the ones doing the
yeah. And
remaining
then now,
lower jobs. So I feel like these people are like that. They're
exactly.
being smart because we don't want foreigners to take over our country, like manager of this. I know we should be
Yeah.
given a chance as well, like to kind of like have a big position. I know we should be given a chance, but it's good that they favor their people first, which is really nice. I wish we can also do the same thing in Africa, like
And yeah,
favor your people first before you bring the
yeah.
Chinese and the white people and the stuff there. So
Go bring your cup.
I get it.
Go bring
I
Yeah,
your
think I
I
agree
don't
with
blame
you,
them.
Alice, because
yeah. And also they cannot be in yeah. They
yeah.
cannot be places like police like in such ranks you cannot even put a foreigner like in the police or a lawyer. Like it's hard to find even a
Yeah,
job in those places if you're a foreigner. It is
yeah, but
almost
in my
highly
country, Tisha,
unlikely.
remember in
Highly
Zambia
unlikely.
there
You
was a
can never.
police, there was a
But in
Chinese group
Zambia,
which
yes,
joined the
Zambia is
police
different.
force.
We
Can
are
you
like,
imagine?
yeah,
That's
especially
just fresh.
nowadays. I think, yeah, especially nowadays, Chinese people have found a way of, I don't know if it's colonizing. They are coming very sneaky way. They are sneaking, especially in Zambia. They have come like it's the Wild West now. It's kind of the Wild
I
West.
think for me, what my point
Can you
is in all of this
can
is
you put it
I
back?
think in
Can you put
Africa,
it back in the fridge?
we give white people and foreigners a lot of power and forget that us
Yeah.
as Africans ourselves, we have much more to give because we have degrees in our country. But when these people come, they're able to get jobs that we cannot have access to. And then you have to work
Yeah.
hard 3 times more than a foreigner can, and it's just like, how do someone just come and find a job and you who's
Yeah,
gone to school and has degrees from the same schools in the
yeah.
country?
Yeah.
Everything. And the same thing happens if you find that someone went abroad to study and then they come back, their degree is very stronger than the same level of education
That you had
performed
in
by
your
the same
country.
person living in the same country. I don't know why we do that. It's kind of like we discredit our own education system. But in that way, I feel like as much
Yeah.
as it can be unfair for us when we come here, it also rings a bell. It should ring a big bell home that first of all, your people do
Yeah.
matter before you employ other people. You
Yeah.
understand? So
Yeah,
I
it's
feel
true.
it's a nice thing. Let me see.
Because even Alice did her studies in Zambia. She went to the university in Zambia, and then even though she did that, she still had to come to Finland and do 4 years again of university here too.
Yeah,
It's like really,
different
so
one.
8 years in school. Yeah, pretty much a doctor.
Can you imagine? And the funny thing is that they still don't want to give you that same position
Jesus.
we had with the same people here in school. Most of my friends are getting these higher positions
Mm.
now. They're like going to this one. But for a foreigner, this is not going to happen at all. It's like, you're okay, just there. Just stay there, Alice. You're fine. But somehow I wish we could also be given that chance. Like if you have the papers, even if you're in a foreign country, they should give us like a chance. I know they want to favor their own people, but they should give us a chance as well. That would be nice. But somehow I understand why they don't want just their people alone. They kind of don't want to be taken over the way Africa is being taken over right now by the Chinese and lots of foreigners being bosses of this, and their own people can't even handle it. So it is what it is.
Oh, sorry, I got muted a little bit. I think that's the best thing to say about it. And just before we join, there's a live video happening soon. I think more or
Okay.
less almost now on Instagram about Little Aya, who is one of the. I don't know if you guys have seen the story, Alice and Sabina.
Which
She
one?
had SMA, and her mom is trying to raise funds for her treatment.
Oh yeah. You told me. Yeah, I saw it. I saw
Yeah.
it on a story.
So I think once this ends, we go and see that. We go and listen
Okay.
to that and join the mom in support. But someone is saying, is it colonization that caused that, Nelly? I don't understand what this question is about. And then
No, maybe
Maybe it's about the
the
Chinese
issue
in
of
Zambia.
that why maybe in Africa we behave like that. Yeah, like maybe why we behave like that. I
I
think it
think
is because it could be
colonization,
that.
and also I think it's colonization, but then I feel like we need to try better. We need to do better when it comes
Yeah.
to matters as how, because I don't see why someone would lack a job in Kenya and have to resort to the most desperate type of business or something else because they're not able to find a job and they have the papers. You understand? And then you
Yeah.
find that a foreigner, that position is announced, and the foreigner is coming to fill it in and even gets highly paid than the local. It doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah, it's true. It's so sad. It's just sad actually. It's really sad.
And then Kenya, Finland, being overqualified for a job position in Finland is a thing for foreigners. It's called underemployment. Wow. I think I need to also follow this one called Kenya in Finland. I'll just
Yeah.
see and interact with. I would love to know, but I would say that before we close, if any question you guys can bring, but I wanted to ask. Let's close it in a nice in a fun way.
Okay.
How did you meet your husband?
Me, I met my husband online actually. I met
Uh-huh.
him. Yeah, I met him online and we were talking for quite some time. Then he came to visit me and asked me to come and visit Finland. I came in 2012 to visit it. Then he asked me to like move here with him, but I had to move here as a student. So
Uh-huh.
I came in as a student, and yeah, then after I think from 2013 and then 2017 we got married.
Wow, that's so nice and
Yeah.
beautiful family later on. And
Yeah.
Sabina Black, how did you meet your one and only, the king?
Well, I met him in the club in Finland. I came
Ah,
here. Long story. but so I met him in the club. Then I came to school, and then we carried on from there. Yeah, from where we stopped.
Oh, that's so beautiful.
So,
What would you say stands?
but that's a long story. Like, it's another story for another day. I
And
can
you've been together for how
only
long now?
speak
How
about
long you've
it
been
when we
together?
have. I
Sabina,
have
how
been
long?
here for. We have been together for like 13 years.
Wow.
Nelly, how
We've
long?
been together since
Yeah.
2012. How long is that? 2012 up to
Uh,
now,
9 years.
9 years. And
Okay.
Alice?
Pretty much. Well, beside just the talking, when we met there, he came 2012 too. I met him when he came to visit me. So I would
Uh-huh.
say the same like you. Yeah, but before then we used to talk. Yeah.
What would you say on your dating compared to other dates you have gone to? What would you say specifically, a specific advice to give to people who are watching this and would want to date from Finland, of date Finnish men or date Finnish women? One character that stands out.
Dating
Oh,
Finnish men.
yeah.
Honesty. I love the honesty. The honesty is the best, number one for me. I love that. You can never
Alice,
go wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Alice,
would
what about
say,
you?
yeah. Well, I would include the one she's mentioned, but I would also say that they are very so much. They listen a lot than talk a lot. They
Yeah.
listen a lot and really
Yeah.
kind of like put in. There's just so much involvement. It's not like you're in the relationship yourself alone, but they're also in it. They really do take knowledge.
Yeah.
So they listen a
Involved.
lot. I would
They
say
are
that.
really
Yeah, they're more
involved.
involved. Yeah.
Mine, I think what stands out most are is the fact that me and my husband, like he helps me, like we are doing this together, whether it's kids,
Yeah.
shopping,
Together. You are
it's
a
care.
team.
It's we are a team. Like it's not like it's my job as a mom, I
Yeah.
can choose to sleep in and he takes
Yeah.
the kids for
You're
school
not by
and
yourself.
I'm not, yeah, I'm
Exactly.
not
Yeah.
this with him by my side. And that is
Yeah.
something I really do appreciate. Now, another one.
Okay.
What would you advise someone who is trying to pursue a dating life in Finland or date someone in Finland?
I would say you have to be really patient. They are not really very forward people, but you have to be patient with them. And they kind
Yeah.
of like they'll try when you try to be like, oh, skitty skid, they're gonna leave you. They're not very persistent like African men, whereby you tell 100 times like, I don't want you. Then they'll keep
Yeah.
coming. Then you tell them you don't want them. Okay, they'll
Yeah.
respect your space and just leave you. So you have to be patient in that way and kind of like know the type of people you're going to like trying to date and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
That's true.
I totally,
And
I totally agree with everything that you said. You just, for me, you have to take your time, and also just like in any dating websites or whatever, there can also be bad people out there. So you have to be really careful and try to know the person. Like try to listen and learn to know the other person very well before you
yeah,
can move forward. So
yeah.
yeah, be
okay.
careful. It's a really
Um, I think for me, I would say that, and I think I also saw the same thing in your video, Alice, that you did about Finnish dating and the women you sat with to have an
Yeah.
interview. And I feel like anyone who's watching now who'd want to date in Finland and there's something to learn from that.
Yeah, the video is there on my channel. You can see that one. We talk about dating and living with a Finnish man. So we kind of like went in on that one, and you can learn something if you want to.
Yes, I think it has like a lot to do with the dating, but I would say for me, it's the part that if you say no, they're going to walk away. And maybe for you, it was just playing hard to get. So, not the extent to which you're going to play hard to get.
Yeah, I know. But like these
you
people
know
are
you
kind of like,
know I actually liked my husband when he was like he spoke less, and I was like so curious, like, is this our first date? Like he was listening to me more than he could talk.
yeah, they listen
But then
more
I was
than
so
talk.
curious. The curiosity of it all was I wanted to, that was the best, like just listening, like he was listening to me. And I was patient to get to know him even more. Like I was Yeah, you should. Yeah, should definitely, definitely. I totally agree with you
Hook me up
guys.
with your in-laws. My in-law is married already, so maybe Sabina's in-law is still
Bye.
single, or Nelly's
My
in-law is
in-law
still
is
single.
single. One of my brother-in-law is single. Single, and he's a
And
very good,
Nelly's
nice
supposed
guy.
to be.
He's a nice guy, very nice.
You
Sabina, I
can
think
you can
we're
hook
going
her
to
up.
find your DM. We need to find these Kenyan ladies in here and even Zambian. Some
Yeah, yeah, hook them up. And one wants a Zambian woman, so we have to hook them up. Sharing it's sharing
I totally
ideas,
agree.
information. It's caring.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. This was really fun, guys. We should do this again. I'm definitely
Yeah.
going to
Thank you
make
so
a
much,
YouTube channel
Nelly.
very soon.
guys, I
I'll
really,
work
really
on
do
it.
thank you guys for being here. Like,
Honey, if you need us to help you again, like you need us, you like us here, you want us to come again, just ask
no,
us and
let's
just
let's
inform
do
us actually. Then we
let's do
can
the
come.
same thing.
If you want to do this every
Yeah.
day to get your numbers up there, we can do this every day. Today you can have me, tomorrow Sabina,
Every
you can have
day.
anyone, just to get those numbers high for
As
you.
long
So
as you don't mind me coming in pajamas. I am a pajama baby, so I will come in pajamas.
yeah.
Come with your pajamas, come with your sweatpants. We can always
Yeah,
have a
you can just
conversation.
let us know. We can I can I'm here. I like seeing people grow, so which is really good. And I just want to say this to you, like you are working your butt out like shit, girl. I'm proud of you and congrats the 1K plus. That's
Thank
amazing.
you
Like
so
I'm
much.
so proud
Thank
of you. Like
you.
you make very good content. I love your content, and it's just amazing. Your quality is top notch. You are getting there. Like I can't wait for you to get that monetization, like get the views. So if you need to do this every time, I'm here to help you. Like I'm here to help you in ways that you want.
Thank you so much. Let's do
Yeah.
this again. Maybe we can still
Sure.
talk about dating and know about this, people who want to come over here, and maybe also education, because both of you have learned
Yeah.
studied here. And then we see how we get to bring more Africans here in Finland. And then
Yeah.
someone said in the shower as I was listening, oh wow, thank you so very much.
That's
One more thing,
nice.
thank you guys. We love you all. Thank you so very much. Sabina and Alice, I think I'll end this here.
Okay. Yeah.
My audience, I really had fun chatting up with you guys. You guys are amazing. Mwah.
Thank you. Thank you,
My
honey.
heart, my heart is just, I'm
Thank
always
you
saying
guys for joining us.
Thank you, Nelly.
it was so much fun. And I
Thank you,
really,
Nelly,
really
my love. You were
love
amazing.
you.
Thank you, guys.
I
Mwah,
love
mwah,
you.
mwah. Love you. Mwah.
Love
Hey,
you.
Pa. Hey.
Bye. Hey, Mepuhume. So thank you guys so much for everyone who joined my stream today. I really, really do appreciate you guys. And if you're still here right now, let's go to Instagram and talk with Aya's mom on the fundraiser, because I've just seen a notification on my phone that it has started. And again, if you don't know about Aya, her mom is trying to raise finances to get her an SMA vaccine, Zojalma. So if we can all chip in and contribute, today is a $2 Sunday, will really be really, really nice. So thank you so much and cheers. Bye. Let's meet on Instagram again with Mama Aya at Little Aya's page. So bye guys. I really, really appreciate this. Bye.